Hey guys, I'm back for the second to last moon sign video. So, just a quick refresh on what moon sign means in your chart. It's very important. It's the placement that rules your emotions, how you naturally respond to things, your instinctive reactions, what you need to feel good, to feel nurtured. It's very important to know about your moon sign and other people's moon signs. So today I'm gonna be talking about moon in Gemini. So this is an interesting one. To me, the placement of Gemini for the moon is a little bit difficult. I think people with Gemini moons can sometimes struggle because for me, I feel the main theme is duality. And this isn't like a Libra balance type thing. It's literally duality, two different things. You know, the good twin and the bad twin kind of thing. And so this can make people with Gemini moons sort of naturally, I'm not gonna say bipolar because that's its own thing, but just that extreme from one feeling to the next. Their feelings can be very volatile, very up and down. And it's not like, and this is why I don't even want to mention the word bipolar because that's a completely different thing. It's not like where they feel one thing and then they feel another. It's like a different, it's almost like a different person, a different side. It's not a scale, it's a side, it's like a coin. So like where people that have sun in Gemini have that same duality, but it's like on the outside of their personality, people with moon in Gemini have that inside. So like, for example, someone with a moon in Gemini might react a certain way emotionally to something, whether they react sadly or happy, and then within, you know, a few hours or the next day or whenever, they have a completely different reaction to it. And people who don't have moon in Gemini or who don't understand that are like, whoa, how did you just like flip like that? And to them it's like normal. It's like, yeah, what are you talking about? I feel this way. And it's like, so it can be a little disconcerting to other people because they can just flip. And you know, I think the best version of a Gemini moon, people, they can, they know this about themselves. They know that they have this duality and they kind of use it like, okay, I know I'm probably gonna feel differently about this later, so like let me work through it and not be distraught when I change my feelings. And they can use it as a way to see both sides of something, to, you know, like for example, if they react upset, sadly to something, they have the ability to transmute that and be okay with it the next day. So in that way, it can be a good thing. The other thing about Gemini moon people is that they are extremely intelligent. So, you know, typically you'd associate intelligence with like Mercury or, you know, other parts of your personality, but as your moon, it's a sort of instinctive intelligence. They're very observant. They're like the people that act all fun and whatever and la-ti-da, but they're actually like incredibly smart and know everything that's going on. Like they see everything. Even if they don't really like pay attention to it, they see it, they notice it, they pick up on subtleties. They're always one step ahead of everybody else because they've already gone there, they've already figured it out. So in this way, on a dark side, they can manipulate people because they're so far ahead that they can anticipate other people's, you know, reactions or anticipate what's gonna happen kind of. And in this way also, they're very intuitive. And it's not a sort of water sign type intuition. It's like very sharp. It's just like, I've observed that, I've calculated it in my head and I know the answer. And they can walk into a room, feel the energy, and just know how to play it, know how to morph it, know how to use it to their advantage. So they can be really, really smart in this way, almost to an extent of like, ooh, like that person's way too quick, way too smart. So yeah, they can be difficult people, but they're really fun. They're really like interesting from a psychological perspective to be around them and to just observe them. And they always like to keep moving. They always like to, they're always learning. They're very curious people. They always want to know everything about everything, and they're really fun to talk to for that reason. They're just like fun, and they can usually turn it around no matter what it is, like whatever the situation is, they can usually turn it around and end up okay in the end. Okay, so let me get into going through the zodiac and analyzing what the sun signs might be like with a Gemini moon. So Aries sun, Gemini moon people are extremely high energy. They're super like wild and really fun. They can definitely be volatile, and in this way they can sometimes come off immature because they're just very reactive people. They have a lot of energy and they can jump to conclusions and jump to things and jump in and out of things and be very like all over the place and reactive. So in this way they can kind of have a lot of drama in their life sometimes, or start drama, or but overall they're fun. They're fun people. Okay, Taurus with the Gemini moon people, they're kind of a conundrum because the energies are so different. But I feel like they're more fun Tauruses. Like they're still like stable and consistent and reliable, but they have this like other side of them that's like very like moving around. So they're the kind of Taurus that is always going to be like staying busy and getting into everything. They have a lot of interests. They go after what they're interested in. They don't just dream about it, they go after it. But they're a little bit more quick to get out of things than other Tauruses might be. Double Gemini people, wow, super wild. It's like 2 twins on the outside, 2 twins on the inside. So you got about 4 people going on. So these people can be extremely wild, extremely intelligent. Definitely people you gotta be a little careful with, but just very, very interesting. Okay, Cancer with Gemini moon people. These people are actually, that combination, although it sounds kind of crazy, is actually pretty good, I feel like, because they're still nurturing as a Cancer, but they're a lot more, they're very emotional, but they're definitely like more outgoing, I think, than other Cancers, and they really love listening to people, they love talking to people, they're very interested in a lot of things, and they're gonna nurture you, but they're also gonna want to like pick your brain and have fun with you too. So I don't know, I feel like I like that combination. I feel like it's a good one. Leo with Gemini moon people are super funny, super hilarious. They can be a little like strange, but they're still popular. They're still like people that everyone usually likes, but they can be a little like strange or a little like eccentric, kind of in a good way. But they can definitely be dramatic. You definitely don't want to get on their bad side. They can kind of flip on you where you're like, oh, I didn't know that person was like that, but they don't really care what anyone thinks about them. So they'll always sort of move on and be cool. And, they're delightful people overall. Virgo with Gemini moon people are super, super restless. They have so much energy. They are internalized energy, like even, I'm not gonna say physical energy, they do, but it's like an anxiety thing. It's not like, oh, I want to like work out. It's like, I need to like constantly be moving because I'm ADD. They're double ruled by Mercury, so they're very, very freaking smart, like ridiculously smart. But they just gotta have a lot going on. They definitely need to find peace in their life. They need to find stability and have a routine, and they can definitely get a little in their heads. They're very mental people, so they just need to be like nurtured and kept calm. Okay, so Libra with Gemini moon people are super fun, funny, silly. They are really entertaining. They're incredibly smart. They're usually, I feel like the type of Libras that, they always surprise you. They can be so many different types of characters and things. They're like always laughing. They're like pretty joyful, but I feel like they're the type of Libras that really get shit done. The like sort of laziness of Libra isn't as apparent with the Gemini moon, and they're very involved in a lot of stuff, and usually involved in like social justice type, just making their voice heard. So they can be really cool Libras for that reason. Scorpio with Gemini moon people are pretty intense. They're very smart. They're very observant. They're always watching everybody, watching everything. They're very like, they can kind of stir the pot a little bit, you know, especially if they get in a mood. And they are not the type of people you want to have on your bad side. Like, they can ruin your life. But they're also like, they can get over things more than other Scorpios, I think. And they're definitely like up to something, you know. They can be manipulative.